US prosecutors have arrested two men in New York for allegedly operating a Chinese secret police station in Manhattan's Chinatown neighborhood. Lu Qianwang, 61, and Chen Jinping, 59, both New York City residents, face charges of conspiring to act as agents for China and obstruction of justice. China has previously denied operating the stations, calling them service centers for nationals overseas. But what is the motive behind all this? We'll have a look at the bigger picture. Welcome to EFT News and Info, and today we'll be talking about the secret Chinese police station found in New York. The US Department of Justice announced the charges at a news conference, saying Lu and Chen opened the covert police outpost in Manhattan's Chinatown in early 2022. Brian Peace, the US attorney for the Eastern District of New York, said the man had engaged transnational repression, that the two were targeting members of the Chinese diaspora community in New York City and elsewhere in the US at the behest of Beijing. Both were charged with conspiring to act as an agent of China's government without informing US authorities, as well as obstruction of justice. The second charge relates to the men admitting that they deleted correspondences with an official from China's Ministry of Public Security once they discovered they were being investigated, authorities said. The secret police station at the very least provided Chinese citizens with basic Chinese government services, Peace said, adding that this in itself would run afoul of US law without prior approval. If convicted, the accused both face up to 5 years in prison for conspiring to act as agents of the Chinese government and up to 20 years for the obstruction charge. Spanish human rights organization Safeguard Defenders has said China has dozens of such covert police stations across the globe, including in the United Kingdom and the US. In a report last September, the group said the stations were used to harass, threaten, intimidate, and force targets to return to China for persecution. In October, the Dutch Foreign Ministry said it was investigating reports the Chinese government had set up illegal police stations in the Netherlands to intimidate dissidents. Beijing called those reports absolutely false. China has previously described the foreign outposts as service stations for Chinese people who are abroad and need help with bureaucratic tasks such as renewing their Chinese driver's licenses. Last month, the Chinese government accused Canada of smearing its reputation after Canadian federal police announced that they were launching an investigation into alleged Chinese police stations in the country. The measures come as relations between Washington and Beijing have grown increasingly fraught over security in the Pacific, alleged spying activities, and Taiwan, among other issues. US federal authorities had also announced 2 criminal complaints against 44 people, including 40 officers in China's national police. The accused allegedly perpetrated transnational repression by targeting US residents whose political views and actions are disfavored by the Chinese government, such as advocating for democracy in China. In 2 separate schemes, the individuals created and used fake social media accounts to harass and intimidate Chinese dissidents residing abroad. One group of officers allegedly worked for the 9/12 Special Project Working Group. It is an elite task force charged with targeting Chinese dissidents around the world, authorities said. That was largely done through creating thousands of fake online personas to target dissidents with propaganda and threats. Other officers targeted dissidents in online video conferences. Chinese embassies in the US and Canada have said the locations are overseas service stations, opened during the pandemic to assist nationals abroad with driver's license renewal and similar matters. But human rights groups have accused China of using the outposts to threaten and monitor Chinese nationals abroad. Last month, Canada's federal force asked Chinese Canadians who may have been targeted by threats from alleged Chinese police stations to come forward. Let's see if the justice will prevail, and even if it does, what guarantees that the powerful won't find illegal ways to gain more power? On that somber note, it's time for us to call it a day. But we do hope that you liked the video and found it informative. Stay tuned for more fascinating videos, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next video.